News 12 at 10.
Tonight on News 12 at 10, Denison police are still looking for a suspect who they say held a gun to a man's head. How they think he escaped. And sunshine today, but the chance for storms tomorrow. Just how severe they could get. Plus, a war demonstration took place in Oklahoma today. Why they're hoping to keep history alive. Welcome to News 12 at 10. I'm Meredith McCown. Police are looking for a suspect in an 8-hour-long Denison standoff last night that ended when they found the house empty. Police say a man barricaded himself inside his home on Texas Street near 5th Avenue Friday night. It started around 7:30 when officers found Dustin Harris outside the home and he ran inside. Earlier yesterday, police were called to a disturbance on West Morgan Street after they say Harris pointed a gun at another man's head. Officers went inside the house around 3:15 this morning and say no one was there. They think he could have escaped through a window on the second floor. Anyone with information is asked to call police. A memorial march is planned for a 36-year-old Ada man who died after getting arrested. Ada police arrested Anthony Neely after a struggle caught on video at the beginning of October. He was pronounced dead when he arrived to the hospital. Early next month, an event will be put on by AIM Indian Territory, Black Lives Matter Oklahoma City, and Neely's family. Event organizers say the plan is to meet in downtown Ada and march to the police department. Then they'll go to Harris Park for a cookout and to celebrate what would have been his birthday. Oklahoma's unemployment rate was at 3.2% last month and continues to stay in that range. The Oklahoma Employment Security Commission reported yesterday that the percentage of people without jobs has stayed the same since May. It's still below the national employment rate of 3.5%. The commission reports a total increase of more than 5,300 with jobs, while the number of unemployed rose by nearly 600. An ordinance change for the city of Austin says that people who are homeless can't camp or lie within 15 feet of a business. Brittany Ford spoke with businesses in downtown Austin.
Well, a part of the change City Council made to the ordinance last night was that the homeless population cannot camp or lie 15 feet from a business. Well, I spoke to some downtown business owners in the area who say they're happy something's being done, but say they don't think much will change. In front of Royal Blue Groceries downtown sits a familiar face for owner Craig Staley.
That's Shannon. He's out here all the time.
And with Austin City Council passing new camping restrictions Thursday, he says
this is one of the things that'll have to get some definition put on it. You know, is he just sitting and lying, or is he camping at this moment because he has a lot of his belongings with him?
Staley says he's not confident the new ordinance change will help.
We're happy that they passed a no camping ban on sidewalks. But as far as the 15-foot from a doorway, it just doesn't really go far enough to protect the public right-of-way, which is what we're really pushing for.
Recommendation again is your police chief would still be the ban exists on all sidewalks.
And Austin Police Chief Brian Manley also stressed further restrictions for public sidewalks, not just the reinstated camping ban.
It just seems like we had a better handle on things prior to June.
Friday, Manley said APD would update their training and procedures for officers to reflect the new ordinance.
So, yeah, that's the big frustration for us.
And business owners like Staley say more needs to be done.
We'll keep trying and trying to encourage our city leaders to do more in that regard.
Now, as of right now, City Council says they expect law enforcement to take action on these changes sometime in the next 10 to 15 days. Brittany Ford, CBS Austin News.
If you haven't gotten to experience the State Fair of Texas yet, you've still got one more day. Tomorrow is closing day at the fair, and it's the last day of the 24-day run of the 2019 State Fair of Texas. The fair will be open from 10 a.m. to midnight tomorrow. And if you plan on going, you may want to plan ahead since there could be some storms tomorrow. Tom Miller is in for Tom Hale and joins us now. Tom, what are the chances for rain tomorrow?
We're looking at a pretty good chance of rain and thunderstorms that'll be late Sunday night after 10 o'clock, most likely early Monday morning when we could see strong to severe storms. But in the meantime, we do have fair skies, and it's another wonderful evening across Texoma under these clear skies. Temperatures are starting to cool nicely. visibility hour by hour. At 11 o'clock, 62 degrees, in the 50s throughout much of the early morning hour. And then we start to warm up, and we will warm up tomorrow as we're looking at, after a clear, cool start, well, temperature is possibly in the mid-80s Sunday afternoon before those storms come marching in Sunday night into Monday morning. Forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good, Tom. A Durant family was awarded the Purple Heart Medal this morning in honor of a member who served the country 50 years ago. Lance Corporal John Reeves was killed in action in Vietnam in 1969. His sisters, Pat Jones and Teresa Beagle, and great-niece Samantha Jones were presented with 4 medals today. They received the Purple Heart, Vietnam Service, National Defense, and Good Conduct medals. They say they had no idea he was eligible for these honors.
He's a good big brother, and we miss him a lot. We do. He was our hero.
Durant is known as a Purple Heart City. His family says a sign will be put up in the city in honor of his service. This afternoon, visitors at Fort Ouachita in Durant were taken back in time to the 1940s with a World War II demonstration. News 12's Emily Tabar reports.
Just walk back in time. This is what the 40s felt like, you know, and a lot of people are going to forget that if we don't take care of it.
Jason Nadel is founder of the Nadel's Historic Military Foundation and says he's passionate about keeping history alive.
Not a great turnout, but it's the inaugural event, so kind of as expected. We'll do a little bit of a patrol for you, fire off some blanks, and have a little bit of a good time.
They hold a demonstration event at Fort Ouachita every March, which has been going on for years. But the group is excited to start holding them in October. Several people dress up in authentic war attire and reenact battles of World War II.
I figured the best way for me to learn history is to live it.
Participants say their love for history is why this event is important to them.
Just love the history of World War II and the reenactments. Have a good time.
All of us know a ton about history, a ton about what we're portraying, because we don't want to come out here and then not be able to answer questions.
They say their common interests build friendships.
I mean, I think it's the camaraderie. Like
that's one of them, definitely.
Yeah, it's fun to get together.
They encourage others to come out to their next battle in the spring to either take part in the action or to just see what it's all about.
Just kind of come on out and just experience what life was like back on the front.
In Durant, Emily Tabar, News 12.
A high school football player gets a heartwarming surprise during a game. How the community made it all come together. And a horse reining competition coming up this week in Texoma. The TV show several riders are featured in.